Alright, so I'm doing this video a little sped up. This painting took me a little while longer. You can see right here is an example of whenever your tip's clogged. Sometimes it just won't spray right. I don't know what I was thinking whenever I was putting the purple behind it. I was just kind of shading where I wanted the planets to go. Now I'm putting some pink, black down on top of that. I really like putting a brighter color and then black, and then peeling the black off with the newspaper so you can see the pink underneath, but it gives it some depth, and a bunch of different colors come out of just a few paints because they blend on the canvas. It's like a color wheel. From black and pink you can see blended on there. Now I'm gonna just do the other planet. This is a smear planet where I'm gonna take a piece of newspaper and smear it across the wet paint until I like the texture of it. Sometimes I'll spend a good long time on these to get them just how I want. I'll see a lot of other spray artists just do them in one swipe, but I'll swipe mine, I don't know, 100 times sometimes to get it just the way I want, to make it look like the planet is round. Right there, my tip was a little clogged, and you can see the result of that. So there we go. Now it's starting to shape up the way that I want it to. Kind of looks like, I don't know, maybe a continent on there with some pink clouds or something. I don't know. I'm doing a sun over here. Sometimes I just like to incorporate my light source in the painting, and it's way off in the back there. Gonna do a yellow sun with some red flames or plasma, whatever you want to think of it as. And again, I just mess around with the textures until I get it how I want it. And you'll see me a lot of times moving my wrist and arms over things before I actually spray it to get the muscle movement, like for me to remember. I don't know how to explain it. It's very hard to put into words what you do whenever you're painting. And here I'm just creating the background layer for my mountains and rocks. The theme for this painting was requested to be pink to match a room, I'm guessing, or just because it's someone's favorite color. And now I'm just going over my planets and everything black. You'll see me use like a different technique than a lot of other spray artists I've noticed. I pepper the canvas. I don't ever hold it. I don't ever really hold the spray down for very long. I always do very quick jabs with the canvas. And right there I was just creating like a blue skyline for maybe like an atmosphere. And here I'm creating a few yellow nebula. Gonna outline my sun, give it some radiating heat, I guess, with some warmer colors. Try and shape this up a bit better here. Get a little bit of yellow to make it blend. Now you can see me flicking my stars on the page, adding a whole nother layer of depth and a few flicks of a finger. Now we're going to make a nice little mountain range in the back with a piece of paper. We're just going to swipe and crumple and create a bunch of different highlights and textures very quickly. Every single one of these paintings is custom. You're never going to ever get one exactly the same, and that's the beautiful thing about it. And just look at that. Put a little bit of clear on top. Pick up a little bit more paint. Make it a bit brighter. And I decided to use some fluorescent paints here. The pink that I'm using in this will glow in a black light. So it is a spray painting and it is also a black light painting. All of these nice little highlights from the mountain range shine very brightly, because I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little bit of white in there too. Now I am creating the water that I want in this crater on this distant planet somewhere, I don't know. Can just shape it up with that tool there. Created some reflections in the water with the same colors that I had. Just gonna move the paint around with my finger a bit to create ripples in the water. Blend it a little better there. And that tool that you see me using, it's a 24-inch straight edge. It is very useful for getting the hard lines that you need at a horizon for landscape paintings. So it creates a very nice solid line all the way across your canvas. And here you can see me creating 2 layers of rock, just again adding more depth to the painting, trying to make it as 3D as possible. You can see me coming in with my palette knife, scraping away, creating highlights, rocky textures. You'll see me spray that clear coat again on top of the painting so I can mold and move it even if it's dry. Create a nice little rock in the center, get some symmetry going on in the center of the painting. Nice little blue rock. And now I'm gonna do what a lot of people have complimented me on are my trees. And they're always random. You just go in a direction. I usually make my trees grow towards my light sources, because in real life that's how the plants here on Earth grow. If you look at a time lapse of a plant, it will move over time towards the sun like it's reaching for it. So I imagine life and other solar systems would also reach for the light to grow. And here you can see this is just a sock. Create some nice fiery looking leaves and decide to make them a little deeper with some orange and yellow highlights to just add again a little bit more depth. And here I'm just gonna finish it off with a few waterfalls. Just add something fun to it to finish up the painting. So thank you for joining me, and I just started doing this, so if I can do this, anyone can. Get out there and spray paint.